Okay. This is a live stream. I was bored and I was like, hey, haven't done a Hunger Games simulator in a while. So yeah, I have another one. And we didn't bother having all the characters, so like a bunch of the characters are just sung as Salt Bay. Don't mind that. So here's our cast. Proceed. Many people run away from the cornucopia. Gotta sweep, 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 runs into it. Soft grabs a shovel. Yes, grabs the empty backpack. Shrek pushes Jaehee off a cliff during a knife fight. Right at the beginning. Wow. Yes takes a handful of throwing knives. Birdo Queen runs away with a lighter and some rope. Zen grabs a jar of fishing bait and V gets fishing gear. Runs away. One of the Salt Bays runs away with a lighter and some rope. One of the Salt Bays grabs a jar of fishing bait while the other Salt Bay gets fishing gear. Random Blue Jay breaks one of the Salt Bay's noses for a basket of bread. Baldy grabs the backpack and retreats. Don't ask about this cast. Me and a couple of friends made this cast. Yusung and V work together. Soph kills one of the Salt Bays with a hatchet. Ani chases one of the Salt Bays. Baldy begs for Seven to kill him, but he doesn't. Okay then. Shrek sees smoke rising in the distance, but doesn't investigate. One of the Salt Bays chases us. Zen sprains his ankle while running away from BB. Army of Birdos see smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. One of the Salt Bays tries to spearfish with a trident. Gotta sweep, sweep, sweep. It discovers a river. One of the Salt Bays, another Salt Bay, Elizabeth Laird, Birdo Queen, and Jumin Han camp. Raid Jumin Han's camp. Random Blue Jay makes a wooden spear, and one of the Salt Bays hunts for their tributes. One of the Salt Bays tries to save Jumin from being sucked into a hurricane, and they're both dead now. One of the Salt Bays is incapacitated by flying debris and dies. Birdo Queen survives. Ani is incapacitated while flying debris and dies. One of the Salt Bays survives. Baldy pushes Gotta Sweep, Sweep, Sweep into an incoming boulder. It stabs Seven and then pushes him close enough to the hurricane to suck him in. Yeah, I'm telling her about this. They're freaking out over her killing 7. One of the Salt Bays survives. V tries to save Zed, only to be sucked in as well. R.A.P. both of them. Random Blue Jay is sucked into Hurricane. Soft survives. BB stabs one of the Salt Bays. Oh, they're dead. Army of Birdo survives. One of the Salt Bays survives. Elizabeth, no. Shrek survives, and Yusung survives. R.I.P. A lot of people. 1, 2, 3, 4 Salt Bays. Jumin Han, Ani, gotta sleep, sleep, sleep. 7, V, Zen, Random Blue, and Elizabeth. Okay, proceed. Baldy and the Salt Bay huddle for warmth. One of the Salt tends their wounds. BB, Shrek, Is, Army of Birdos, and Salt Bay sleep in shifts. Soph and Birdo Queen work together to drown Yusung. My poor child. Why? Jaehee's already dead. But yeah. I accidentally drowned Yusung then. Salt Bay hunts for other tributes. Shrek chases Soph. Salt Bay and Salt Bay hunt for other tributes. Is runs away from Baldy. Army of Birdos receives explosive from unknown sponsor. BB's trap kills Birdo Queen. Yes, Shrek is there too. R.I.P. Yusung and Birdo Queen. My child. One of the Salt Bays receives clean water. Soph attempts to start fire but is unsuccessful. Shrek goes to sleep. Baldy starts a fire. Is starts a fire. BB convinces Salt Bay to snuggle with her. Salt Bay sets up camp for the night. Army of Birdos receives clean water from unknown sponsor. What are you doing in the swamp? Cornucopia replenished with food supplies, weapons, and memoirs from tributes families. Salt Bay, Army of Birdos, Shrek, Soph form a suicide pact. Oh, they all died. Nobody wants to go to the feast and Is accidentally dies. Oh, that was something. Salt Bay overhears BB and other Salt Bay talking in the distance. Baldy tries to spearfish with the trident. R.I.P. Salt Bay, Army of Birdos, Soph, Shrek, and Is. Salt Bay loses sight of where BB goes to sleep. Salt Bay and Baldy talk about the tributes still alive, which is not much. Okay. BB steals from Salt Bay. Oh wait. Baldy sees smoke rising but does not investigate. Salt Bay discovers the river. Okay. There we go. There we go. Proceed. Nobody died that day. Handle this circumstances and commit suicide. BB begs for Baldy to kill her. He refuses, keeping BB alive. Last remaining Salt Bae dies. BB accidentally steps on landmine. R.I.P. Baldy is the winner. Hooray. Baldy is the winner. Okay, so we're gonna do it because that was interesting. District, lots of people. Okay. Simulate again. Okay. In District 1, we have Lin Is. In District 2, we have Baldy and Gotta Sweep, Sweep, Sweep. In District 3, we have Yusung and Soft. 4, Jaehee and Zen. 5, Jumin and Elizabeth. 6, V and Shrek. 7, BB and Army of Birdos. 8, Birdo Queen and Oni, which is Sydney. 9, Random Blue Jay and Salt Bae, and then the rest are just Salt Bae. Then it's not stealing yours, you're just in the same, district. It's just little groupings of 2. Okay. Restarted. The world has been reset. We can try it again. Okay, fine, whatever, Jaehee. Sure. Okay. Runs away, runs away, runs away. Salt Bae rips the mace out of Jaehee's hands. Elizabeth finds a backpack full of camping equipment. V stays. Salt Bae grabs the backpack. Birdo Queen gathers food. Soft grabs the backpack and leaves. Gotta Sweep, Sweep, Sweep grabs an empty backpack. Salt Bae runs away. BB finds a bag of explosives. Random Blue Jay and Salt Bae fight for a bag. Salt Bae gives up and retreats. Yusung runs away. Salt Bae, Jumin Han, and Shrek work together to get as many supplies as possible. Army of Birdos runs away. Salt Bae runs away. Is, Salt Bae, and 7 work together to get many supplies as possible. Okay. Go and okay. Did you leave? I'm just gonna keep going. Random Blue Jay kills Jaehee with her own weapon. R.I.P. BB sees smoke rising but decides not to investigate. Soft searches for firewood. Baldy and Yusung hunt for other tributes. Salt Bae tries to spearfish with a trident. Gotta Sweep, Sweep, Sweep discovers a cave. Salt Bae sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Salt Bae receives medical supplies from unknown sponsor. V's trap kills Salt Bae. Ani cannot handle circumstances and commits suicide. Jumin Han tends to Salt Bae's wounds. Salt Bae diverts Zen's attention and runs away. Elizabeth III strangles Birdo Queen after engaging in a fist fight. Is tries to spearfish with a trident. Shrek receives clean water from unknown sponsor. 7 receives explosive from unknown sponsor. Salt Bae dies of hunger. Army of Birdos discovers river. R.A.P. Jaehee, Salt Bae, other Salt Bae, Ani, and Birdo Queen. BB and Jumin hold hands. Oh. Is he becoming a dog lover now? Is and Salt Bay tell stories about themselves to each other. Gotta sleep, 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 convinces Soft to snuggle with him. Yes, snuggling with a broom is a great idea. I'm sending this to them. There you go. Yusung and Salt Bay huddle for warmth. Salt Bay goes to sleep. Salt Bay 7 and Salt Bay unsuccessfully ambush army of birdos, Elizabeth III and Zen, who called them and said, R.I.P. 7. No. Shrek and V work together to drown random blue jay. Baldy quietly hums. Elizabeth III explores arena. Juman Han injures self. Gotta sleep, sleep, sleep! Receives an explosive from unknown sponsor. S is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Baldy goes hunting. Zen questions his sanity. Salt Bay receives medical supplies from unknown sponsor. BB chases V. Yusung and Shrek split up to search for resources. Army of Birdos camouflages self in bushes. Yusung that's Salt Bay. Salt Bay goes hunting. Soft picks flowers and other Salt Bay hunts for other tributes. R.I.P. Salt Bay, other Salt Bay, 7, and random blue jay. Okay. Elizabeth III forces Shrek to kill Zen or Salt Bay. He kills Zen. Baldy tends to his wounds. V cries himself to sleep. Is tends to her wounds. Salt Bay quietly hums. Gotta sleep, sleep, sleep! And Juman threaten double suicide. It fails and they both die. Yusung fends Soft, BB, and Salt Bay away from his fire. Army of Birdo starts fire. It's like, no, this is my fire. You're not allowed to have it. Salt Bay collects fruit from tree. Soft practices archery. Salt Bay shoots poisonous blow dart into Baldy's neck, slowly killing him. Oh, finally. Army of Birdo sets the explosive off, killing Yusung. No! Okay. Salt Bay sprains her ankle while running away from Is. BB receives explosive from unknown sponsor. Elizabeth III receives clean water from unknown sponsor. V receives fresh food from unknown sponsor. Shrek constructs a shack. A swamp. Okay. R.I.P. Zen, gotta sleep, sleep, sleep. Juman Han, Baldy, and Child Yusung. BB and Soft hold hands. Okay then. V is unable to start fire and sleeps without warmth. Elizabeth lets Shrek into her shelter. Salt Bay and Army of Birdos huddle for warmth. Salt Bay tends to wounds. Salt Bay is unable to start fire and sleeps without warmth. Is receives medical supplies from unknown sponsor. BB overhears Shrek and V talking. Elizabeth III strangles Army of Birdos with a rope. Salt Bay and Salt Bay hunt for other tributes. Is picks flowers. Soft sees smoke rising but doesn't investigate, and one of the Salt Bays just dies, commits suicide. R.I.P. Army of Birdos and Suicidal Salt Bay. Soft quietly hums. V, Shrek, Salt Bay, and Is sleep in shifts. Elizabeth III tends to Salt Bay's wounds. BB stays awake all night. Free food! Is doesn't go. Salt Bay doesn't go. Soft doesn't go. Shrek takes a staff. BB shoots a poisonous bloater into V's neck. Ooh. He did. Salt Bay convinces Elizabeth III not to kill them. And now Elizabeth is dead. Shrek overhears Salt Bay and Salt Bay talking in the distance. Soft severely injures BB and puts her out of her misery. Oof. Is sees smoke rising but doesn't investigate. R.I.P. V, Elizabeth, and BB. Salt Bay passes out of exhaustion. Is cries herself to sleep. Salt Bay cooks food before putting fire out. Soft convinces Shrek to snuggle with her. Why am I the one snuggling with everyone? Is, Soft, Salt Bay, and Salt Bay raid Shrek's camp while he's hunting. Salt Bay, Soft, Salt Bay, Is, and Shrek shifts. Is unknowingly eats toxic berries. Shrek, Salt Bay, Soft, and Salt Bay hunt for other tributes. R.I.P. Is, she died of poison berries. Salt Bay thinks about home. Shrek dies of hunger. Salt Bay throws knife into Soft's head. It's Salt Bay versus Salt Bay. Salt Bay poisons Salt Bay's drink, but mistakes it for her own and dies. R.I.P. Shrek, Soft, and Salt Bay. The only one is left is Salt Bay! Yeah, they're doing this again. Jaehee died first again. We gotta try again so that Jaehee isn't the first to die. Baldy, Seven, Salt Bay, Yusung, Zen, BB, Shrek, Salt Bay, Soft, Salt Bay, and V ran away. Elizabeth grabs a backpack. Blue Jay grabs an empty backpack. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Is and Jaehee start fighting. Is runs away as Sweep, Sweep, Sweep kills Jaehee. And Jaehee is the first to die again. BB runs away. Salt Bay convinces Salt Bay not to kill her, only to kill her instead. Birdo, Queen throws knife into Army of Birdo's chest. What? Alright. Shrek, okay. Ani breaks Salt Bay's nose for bread. Jimin grabs a shield. Salt Bay takes a spear. Salt Bay forces Elizabeth to kill BB or Baldy. She kills Baldy. Thank goodness. Sweep, sweep, sweep chases Soph. 7 picks flowers. Yusung scares Is off. How could something so cute scare someone off? Zed, Random Blue Jay, Salt Bay, and Salt Bay hunt for their tributes. V searches for water. Ani and Salt Bay hunt for their tributes. Shrek receives clean water. Salt Bay constructs shack. Birdo Queen injures herself. Salt Bay receives explosive from unknown sponsor. Jumin Han explores arena. Salt Bay cooks food before putting fire out. Yusung stays awake all night. Is destroys 7's supplies. Birdo destroys Salt Bay supplies while they're asleep. Shrek receives hatchet from unknown sponsor. V tends to Jumin's wounds. Ani tends to her wounds. Soph, Zen, and Random Blue Jay sleep in shifts. Salt Bay tries to treat infection. Salt Bay gotta sleep, and BB sleep in shifts. Salt Bay destroys Elizabeth's supplies while she's asleep. Ani stabs Shrek while his back is turned. BB searches for firewood. Salt Bay fishes. Is constructs a shack. V, Salt Bay, and Salt Bay hunt for their tributes. Random Blue Jay overhears gotta sleep, and Yusung talking in the distance. 7 receives medical supplies from unknown sponsor. Zen and Salt Bay hunt for their tributes. Salt Bay runs away from Elizabeth. Soph receives medical supplies. Salt Bay and Birdo Queen work together for the day. And Jumin Han fishes. R.I.P. Shrek. Zen and BB sleep in shifts. Salt Bay receives explosive from unknown sponsor. V, Salt Bay, and Salt Bay tell Birdo and Birdo Queen tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Yusung and Jumin sleep in shifts. Ani tends to gotta sweep swoons. Salt Bay and Salt Bay run into each other and decide to truce for the night. 7 attacks Salt Bay, but Elizabeth protects her, killing and 7 dies. Soph shoots an arrow into Random Blue Jay's head. Ace receives explosive from unknown sponsor. Ani stalks, gotta sweep. Yusung is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Zen discovers river. B receives explosive from unknown sponsor. Ace stalks Salt Bay. Salt Bay receives hatchet. Elizabeth III, Salt Bay, and Salt Bay get in a fight. Elizabeth III triumphantly kills them both. She killed 2 Salt Bays. Soph sets off explosive, killing Jumin, Birdo Queen, and Salt Bay. Wow, a lot of Salt Bays are dying today. BB constructs shack. Salt Bay explores arena. R.I.P. 7, Blue Jay, Salt Bay, Jumin, and Birdo Queen. A lot of dead. Ani receives an explosive. BB defeats Is, but spares her. That actually makes sense. Kind of. Zen climbs a tree. Salt Bay sees a fire. V tries to treat infection. Yusung, Salt Bay, Elizabeth III, and gotta sweep tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Salt Bay begs for Soph to kill them, and Soph does not want to kill. Ani sprains ankle while running from BB. Is sleep, and Salt Bay hunt for their tributes. Soph diverts V's attention and runs away. Zen trap kills Yusung. No! Elizabeth chases Salt Bay. Salt Bay camouflages self in bushes. R.I.P. my little baby. Salt Bae defeats Salt Bae, but spares Salt Bae. Elizabeth sets up camp. Is quietly hums. BB, Salt Bae, Zen, and Sweep Sweep form suicide pact. And that's a lot of deaths. V and Soft run into each other in truce. Ani sleeps. Ani shoots arrow at Salt Bae but misses and kills other Salt Bae instead. Elizabeth, Soft, V, and Is team up and grab food. Stuff. Soft and Elizabeth hunt for the tributes. V hunts for the tributes. Salt Bae explores arena. Ani's pricked by thorns while picking berries. Is falls into pit and dies. R.I.P. BB, Salt Bae, Zen, Sweep Sweep Sweep, Salt Bae, and Is. Ani stays awake. Soft's awoken by nightmares. V and Elizabeth huddle for warmth. And Salt Bae questions sanity. V collects fruit. Soft receives water. Salt Bae unknowingly eats toxic berries. Elizabeth runs away from Ani. R.A.P. Salt Bae. Soft and Ani talk about the tribute still alive. V lets Elizabeth into his shelter. V makes wooden spear. Ani collects fruit. Elizabeth receives water. And Soft hunts for other tributes. Elizabeth dies of thirst. Ani sleeps. And Soft tends to V's wounds. Ani severely injures V and puts him as injury. Soft dies of dysentery. R.E.P. Elizabeth, V, and Soft. That is the end of this video. I've been talking for half an hour about death. Bye!